Quick story. So a couple of nights ago, I'm at a convenience store that's located about the halfway point between the academy and my house. And I stop in, it's got to be 3 in the morning. And I get to this convenience store and there's two elderly ladies, each probably in their 70s. And one looks like life, took a bite out of her soul. The other one looks like she needed something to do. But it's about 3 in the morning. Well, the one that seemed to have the rougher of the two lives is complaining about management, is complaining about, her lack of opportunities. They don't give her credit and all this other stuff. And I happen to be at the self-checkout, like one of the computer, things. If you know me, I avoid talking to people at every turn in public, right? So here I am checking myself out with the little computer, and I overhear these two women speaking. And the one who seemed to be, seemed to have the rougher of the two lives is complaining, and she ends her little rant with, but it is what it is. Well, if you know me, you know that I say it is what it is a lot. And this just happened to happen. And so that's what really piqued my interest. It is what it is. And the other lady, the other elderly lady who looked like, she just needed a job and something to do to keep busy, looked at her and she said, "What a weak thing to say." Now, it's not too often you find a 7-year-old woman who classifies things, categorizes things in terms of strength and weakness. So it is what it is, says the one lady. What a terribly weak thing to say. She says, it isn't what it is. It is what you make of it. And I sat there and I went, whoa. I say it is what it is all the time. And here's this 7-year-old lady giving me some power at 3 in the morning. And I decided to think about it. And I had about an hour drive still ahead of me. And the whole way home, I was, thinking about it and thinking about how she phrased it. And I settled on, it isn't what it is. It isn't what you make of it, but it is what you make it. And I think that is the strongest way that I could share that sentiment. So I've already been training myself. I've had to catch myself about a dozen times since this happened. But if you are somebody who uses the phrase, it is what it is, words mean things. And I'm always trying to increase every single rung of power in my life, including the language that I use. So try swapping it out with it is what you make it. And let's commit to that next rung in the ladder. Peace.